You asked, we're gonna deliver. We've had a lot of questions about how shorter players can score more points, so that's what we're gonna talk about and cover in today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to the Better at Beach YouTube channel. My name is Brandon. We are going to be covering 3 things that you can do as a shorter volleyball player that are gonna help you score more points. Those 3 things are using vision in your favor, making sure that you are not early to the set, and playing around with the depth of your shots. The first thing that we're gonna be talking about today is vision. Vision is a great Marvel character. He's got the Soul Stone. No, not that vision. Oh, like looking. Okay, cool. So scratch that, not that vision. We're actually going to be using our eyeballs. Shorter players, if you do not look on the other side of the net, you are almost automatically setting yourself up for a harder match. The reason I say that is because taller players or people that can jump really high, they are benefited by being able to perform a high jump or just being tall. If you are a shorter player, it is extremely important for you to use your vision to figure out where the defense is on the other side, because you're not going to overpower somebody with a swing. You're most likely going to have to be a little tricky and use shots. So when you are going through your approach and you're thinking about when you should be looking at the other side of the net, there are 2 points that I want you to focus on. The first is going to happen after you pass, and more than likely you're going to be looking at the other side of the net during your shuffle when you're getting into your hitting corridor. You should look on the other side of the net and see the basic defense that they are running. More than likely, if you're a shorter player, you're gonna notice that both of the defenders are back in the court because they're not respecting you as an attacker. That's gonna be a good thing for you. We're gonna talk about that in a second. The second point of vision is just before you jump. And the reason that we wanna have 2 different points of using your eyes and looking on the other side of the net is because after the set takes place, that's most of the time when the defense is going to shift into their actual position that they are responsible for covering. That's when you're going to see their final spot, allowing for you to use your shot to score a point and hopefully hit it away from the defense. The second thing that we're going to talk about is approach timing. If you haven't already watched our 7 deadly sins of attacking, please click the link right here. I got it this time. And I promise you, if you don't learn anything, you're at least going to laugh a lot. But this is one of the 7 deadly sins, is that people are always early to the net when they are attacking. And if you are a shorter player, this is even a worse mistake for you, because when you are at the net and you are waiting, the height of that net looks like it's the biggest wall that you're ever gonna have to climb. So after your pass, make sure you are keeping the distance from the net and allowing yourself to go and move your momentum into this attack. All right, it's time to get a little bit deeper or shorter. Really, you just can't hit the ball into the middle of the court. So when you're thinking about how you can have different shots or open up your arsenal as a shorter player, you have to start playing around with the depth. And what I mean by that is, more than likely, once you've used your vision, you're hitting on the way up, you will notice if a defender is short in the court or if they're deep in the court. And one of the easiest things that you can do as an attacker is to play around with them, especially if both defenders are playing in the court. If you have a blocker, this gets a little bit trickier, but when you are approaching, you can play around with hitting the ball within the first 5 feet of the court, meaning starting at the net. So you can hit the ball with the first 5 feet of the court or the back 5 feet of the court. This is a really good thing for shorter players to do, and it doesn't matter whether you're going on the line or if you're going cross court, because you're going to have to make that defense decide what they're going to give up. And once you've made that defense decide, then that's when they're gonna start showing you earlier, and as long as you're using your vision, you're going to be able to score more points. So one thing that I challenge you to do is, when you go up to the net, start with a short poke. If they don't get that, try it again. And then if you start to see them creeping up to get that short poke, then you can start trying to jumbo them or hitting the ball over their head deep into the court, keeping them guessing, moving back and forth. And then you can also do the same thing with a cut shot or a jumbo. Really all you're doing is you're setting up that defense so that you are the one in control as the offensive player. And even though you have two defenders back there playing against you, you're gonna put yourself in a position where you're gonna score more points. All right, guys, that's all we have for how a shorter player can be more offensive. If you are shorter players and you have other things within the game of beach volleyball that you personally struggle with, please, in the comments below, let us know. We've had a lot of questions from shorter players. We haven't seen you in person, but I'm 6'5", and I'm assuming you're shorter than me. So if you are a shorter player, please go in the comments below. Let us know what you're struggling with so that we can go ahead and provide you guys with more videos and help you score more points.